2. Get organized. Hello, all those beautiful faces out there. Stephanie here. I'm so happy you've tuned in to get another tip to get your teaching career started off right. But before we get into it, make sure you're showing me some love. Go ahead, smash that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe. And of course, let me know what your thoughts are in those comments down below. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the second tip right here. So when I was first starting out, something I didn't think much about and didn't realize would be such a key to my success in the classroom were my systems of organization. Right? You're going to have so many papers, you're going to have so many electronic files. How are you going to keep track of them all? How are you going to ensure that your students have that worksheet from a week and a half ago that you need them to have right now to pull evidence from to complete their summative essay assignment? Do you have some sort of in-class folder system, or do they have take-home folders that they're responsible for? Or do you have some combination of both? And how are you going to refer to your assignments? Are you going to refer to them descriptively, like the formation of a wave? Or are you going to have a number system, like classwork number 1, homework number 5? And what if a kid is absent? How are you going to get them the work that they need? And more generally, how do you collect things and how do you pass them back? I mean, there are just so many things to think about. And I'm not trying to overwhelm you, but I need for you to take this time that you have right now and get these systems of organization put in place. So I'm going to share with you my experience and what I do in my classroom, and hopefully off of that, you can create your own system that works for you and your students. It might not seem like that big of a deal, but you can't create that cohesive learning experience that connects the content and skills from one day to the next unless you have a system in place for helping the students organize their materials and staying organized yourself. Right? And really, it's a life skill, which is super important for us to be teaching as well. I unfortunately learned this the hard way. There was not even a class in grad school that remotely touched on the issue of organization, and while I'm absolutely so grateful for my student teaching experience, shout out to Dana Landsman, she was so awesome and gave me so much support and love. I was like 7 months pregnant, but I made it through, so shout out to her, but organization was not her strong suit. And when I went on that first day, almost immediately, I was just overwhelmed with the inundation of papers. I didn't have a uniform system for collecting them. I couldn't figure out when I was supposed to get these papers back to the kids. I don't even think it was till after the first marking period that they got stuff back. And inevitably, when I was trying to have them pull information from something that we worked on in the past, they didn't have it. And then I lost an exam and I was devastated. But I want to help you get off to a better start so you don't run into that same issue. So the first thing that I do that sort of holds my whole system of organization together is I number and title my assignments. And the reason that I like to have the number is because it makes them quick and easy to refer to, and then the description helps anchor it to the content. And then I can just tell the kids, hey, I need classwork number 1, or I need, 10.06, or I need homework number 2. And again, also the reason I like the numbers is it helps show that passage of time. So if we're up to homework number 5, and, I'm missing all these assignments, it really helps show that student that, for the last 3 weeks, they haven't been keeping up with the assignments. So that's the first thing that I like to do is definitely come up with some sort of uniform numbering system or way to refer to your assignments. The next aspect of my system is I have in-class folders for each student, and I have them separated out into file bins, right? I'll have a yellow bin, a red bin, a green bin, etc., one for each class, and I like the different colors so I can really easily tell which class is which, and things don't get mixed up, right? A kid doesn't put their folder in the wrong one. This system has really helped me, having these in-class folders has really helped me prevent students from losing things. Now, there's still always that one student that manages to lose papers. I don't know, must get eaten up by the floor or something. But I would say like 98% of the time, kids have those papers when I ask them to go back 1, 2, 3 weeks, or from, the beginning of the school year to the end of the school year, they have the papers when I ask them. Then, in addition to those class bins, I have what I call a turn-in bin. And just as the name suggests, it's a place where the kids turn in their assignments. And what I really love about this is it requires no energy from me. The kids already know if an assignment's due, you come in, you put it in the turn-in bin. If you have something late that you want to turn in, don't come up and bother me about it. Just put it in the turn-in bin. I'll get it. And then also, it makes it really nice for collecting work in the middle of class. Because again, I don't have to spend my energy doing that. I can spend my energy giving it to kids. So I can say, hey, John, can you collect everything up for me? And he doesn't come and hand me a stack of papers that I then put down and I lose Susie's assignment. No, he puts it right in the turn-in bin, and then at the end of the day, it's all right there. I just take them out, and then I'll have a different color folder for each class, which is different from the folder that I have in their bins. And as I grade, I'll just sort them into the class periods that they go. And then I'll take those and I'll put them into their class period bins. And like I said, I like to use a different color. So if it's the red class, I'll put like the yellow folder in there. And then in the yellow class, I'll put the red folder. And then this way, it's easy to delineate which is the classwork folders and which is the pass back folders. And during some downtime in class, either I can pass them back, or what I prefer is a student to pass them back. So I can say, hey, go grab the graded work folder and pass it back to everybody since you're done early. The final aspect of my system is how I get kids who are absent or who miss class their work. And now, I actually don't really do anything or much of anything. It is the student's responsibility to get that work. And so I have a couple of different options for them. What I do is at the end of each day, I'll take the packet, I'll put it into a folder, I'll label it with the date, the number of the assignment, and I'll put it into this hanging folder holder. I'm not sure if that's the name for it, but hanging folder holder, and I have it like nailed into the back of my door, and I'll just slip that in there. So the kids can go ahead and they can help themselves to any assignments that they missed, and I don't have to waste my time or energy on that. And they definitely don't come into my class the next day like, hey, Miss Edmonds, hey, Miss, I wasn't here yesterday, what was the assignment? Like, no, we don't do that. Right? They know the assignments are in there, or they're also available online on our online gradebook system. The kids can either at the library or at their home print them out, or even if they don't have access to a printer, I'll accept it on a piece of paper, right? Write your answers out. Just make sure at the end of the day, it is in my turn-in bin. And just overall, it's amazing how much it adds to my classroom culture. So that's my system. And what I love about it is after a couple of months of the kids doing it, it's seamless. They just come in, they take out their bins, they take out their folders. Kids know if they finish work early, they can pass back papers for me. Right? I don't have to deal with anybody coming up, handing me random papers. It goes in the turn-in bin. And most of all, I don't have to deal with that. I wasn't here yesterday, Miss Edmonds. Like, no, you already know. I have the extra assignments posted up there. You grab them yourself. And that's what it's really all about, is empowering the students, making your classroom all about the students so that you can free up your time and energy to put it in the places where it's most effective. And that's developing that high-level instruction and developing those really deep relationships with your students. Right? So just make sure you're organized, make sure you got all your stuff together so you can put your energy where it really matters and develop that student-centered classroom. So perhaps not every aspect of the system that I've put together is going to work in your classroom, but I encourage you to take from me what you think will work and what does work for you and build from there and refine it down. Because once you get this system in place, you're going to see how much it adds to your classroom culture and really empowers the students to be the leaders of their own learning. All right, so good luck with that. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any questions about anything I do in my classroom, or if you have any questions about how it can apply to your classroom. And of course, if you haven't already, I don't know why you haven't, but smash that like button and subscribe. I got 3 more tips coming your way over the next 3 days. You already know, guys. Stay foolish.